Alright guys, so I'm still a little bit sick. I got sick during the install. I was not able to get all the footage. I apologize for that. It took a lot longer. I started coming down with something, but I'm feeling a little bit better now. So obviously, you can see we don't have any real bluing in the headers at this point because obviously I was never able to take it out of the garage. So we're gonna do our cold start here, so you guys can hear the cold start. Actually, let's make sure she's in neutral first. Okay. Here we go. Oh yeah. That's cold. So one thing that I'm surprised about, honestly, is you know, we removed the servo motor, removed the O2 sensor, and it's not thrown any codes. So I'm a little confused on that. I had reached out to my tuner that did all the tuning in the bike, and I asked him if he had already turned off the O2 sensor in the servo motor, and he's not really sure. So what he's going to do is he's going to go and back in the file and look and verify for me whether or not it's already turned off, which, I mean, I can only assume that it is, because something like this clearly should be throwing codes on the dash until it's switched off or has a servo buddy or something. So let's enjoy the first ride with it. Alright guys, so here's our first ride. We're not exactly up to temperature yet, but we're getting there. Yeah, definitely loud. Honestly, maybe it's just me, but it feels like it's a little bit more torquey. Like I said, it could be me, but I don't know. I mean, I've got, so it's 2023 and I've got close to 7,000 miles on it. I think I pretty much tell you what this bike will feel like when I won't. And to me, it feels like it's a little bit more torque. Sounds not all that bad, as in like annoying. Obviously I don't have a baffle in them. I've never ran a baffle. I mean, I'm not going to start now in regards to how loud it is, but it's not that bad at, you know, a normal cruising speed, especially if you're in a higher gear, low RPM. It's not really that bad, so we're not going to have a problem dealing with that. Oh yeah, you can just hear the deep belly growl from this thing. This is an old country back road, so I'm not going to rev out every gear and get crazy, but I like it. I like the way it sounds. I like the way it feels. Yeah. That's one more piece in the completion of this machine. Guess now we can rev the gears out a little bit more. Get it sound. that it might just be in my head because I'm thinking about it and trying to see what the real difference is other than sound. But no, it's 100%. It is it's way more torquey. That's what happens when you can breathe good. Just trying to get these pipes nice and hot. See if we can get that bluing really going. Obviously just at idle they're really not going to get hot enough to really change. Crazy thing is I just stopped at a dealership where a buddy of mine works, and I was talking to him, showing him the new exhaust, and I just happened to catch them rolling a bike out. I saw it had an aluminum tank, silver, just like raw aluminum. I knew immediately it was a V4R. So, not seeing V4Rs often, I go over there and I talked to one of the guys that sells them, and he said, yeah, he says, but it's a pity, asshole. He said that it's a pity about that bike. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, the guy said that he's not going to be riding the bike at all. He's just going to have it on display in his office so he can show it to people. So the guy's not even going to ride it. So over $60,000 out the door, and the guy's not going to ride the bike. I mean, that's crazy. Anyways, on a better note, we've been doing the test on the first ride on this exhaust here, and I love it. It's incredible. I love the sound. I love all the extra torque. I mean, yeah, I may start riding with earplugs. That's a real thing. Just because I can hear it when I take my helmet off after I get done riding. It's like being at a rock concert. It's deafening. So, that may be a new thing. But like I said, other than that, man, I love it. Vandemon, no other way to go. If you have an H2, I see they make them for more bikes than the H2s. The Vandemon does. They make more exhaust, so you can get them for the SX, SXSE. You can get them for the ZH2, ZH2 SE. They've got a variety of pipes. They actually, I mean, obviously this one's a very loud pipe, but they make one that actually has a thumb button, like right here, like it mounts up here somewhere, probably by where your front brake lever is, but it's got a button. I've seen Chris Moore install one. I just saw somebody else install another one. It has like a silencer, and then you hit it and it opens up the exhaust. I mean, there's some sport cars like that nowadays that are the same way. When you put them in sport mode, it takes it's got the exhaust cut off, so it opens it up. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. These guys have outdone themselves. I'm just so excited, man. I'm just excited to finally have the exhaust. And when I say the exhaust, I mean the exhaust of all exhausts. Full titanium, Vandemon, H2R style. I've been smiling in this helmet the entire time I've been riding. I can't help it. I can't. I almost don't want to ride in a high gear, low RPMs with this exhaust now. Just because I love the sound of it. But I obviously don't want to keep raising the boost temperatures and getting the bike hot for no reason. And it'll burn more gas. This thing already drinks. Every time we stop at a gas station, I get gas. Everybody's like, oh, you're out of gas. I'm like, no, just making sure. Now remember guys, we're just trying to do proper heat cycle in the exhaust right now. Nothing else. We're just trying to get her nice and hot a couple times. Try to get her to start bluing. It's the only reason we're trying to stay high in the RPMs. Well, we are back at the house, and let me get the settings adjusted on here so we can get a better view in this camera. Okay, now that we got the settings adjusted here so it gives us a better look. So we went out for our bluing test to try to get these headers to start bluing, and they look awesome. They're starting to blue about everywhere. So this piece right here, on most of the H2s that I've seen with the Vandemon, for some reason they leave it off, and then I realized why. So it actually will touch the headers down here, but since it'll touch the headers, you obviously can't get them on with that piece there. What I did is I took a heat knife and I actually shaved the edge down. It's a little rough right now because obviously I just cut it down. I didn't sand it and shape it and make it look pretty, but I will do that. I will get the little rough edges out of there, but I decided that it looks a lot better with the piece still on there instead of taking it off. When you take it off, you got silver brackets and everything that just looks really funny on the black motor. So yeah, we left it on there. But alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like and subscribe. Again, I apologize. I couldn't tell when I was going to come down being sick, and you know, one thing after another, we ended up not doing it that night and getting the install, and you know, I had somebody come and help me with it. So alright guys, I appreciate it.